Hi, we're live up on Facebook, I can see that, and I think we are live on YouTube. Hi guys, just going to get my phone ready. We're up and ready. Oh, you're going to love this card. So the reason I'm doing it is last chance, so we haven't got anyone on yet, so we will, hold on, I'm just going to move that over a bit. Okay, where are we? Live and 5, I sent a message, but we're not on yet. Here we are. Okay guys, so last chance is what you get when stamps go out from Stamping Out. You either buy them second hand or you go live later. So what I'm suggesting is you go to last chance, so go to annetfalconer.stampingup.net and go to last chance. So this stamp set and this stamp set is on sale for $29.40, so it was normally about $42. So I thought I'd relive it just one more time before we go. I've done it before, but not like this one. So I've also used the postage stamps, which we'll probably lose in April as well, and the mixed florals, the dies. The other ones that are on last chance is the dinos. The little dinos is only $22. Now, the stamps are $16.80. Sorry, the stamps are $22.20. Then the dies are $16.80. So you're saving $34. They're really lovely for kids' birthdays. And the other bundle that's going is this one. The stamps and dies for $65.50 for, it's called the Faith Collector Bundle. And so they're Easter cards I made for one of my friends who takes them to her church. So it's always worth having a look. Okay, let's get on with this card for now then. And so if you do go on and get anything, while you're there, if you've spent $125, you can get the free March product, which is the, I've got it written here somewhere, I've got all these little notes. What's it called? For the new catalogues coming out soon too. Product is the, not that one, Notes of Spring stamp set. It looks so beautiful. So remember, this is at the front of your start of my live. So have a look, get all your information, what to do, and then you just watch the video. And if you're making it at home, what you do is, if I'm watching a video and want to learn a new card, like last night's card I did was the waterfall, and I had seen Lisa Curio, but I changed it to be Australian sizes and I made it different. So hold on, yeah, you got to push it up, I pulled it too hard. So that was the card I did last night. So I changed the width of these to fit the card. Their cardstock's a quarter bigger than ours. Like ours is 8 1/4, and we score at 4 1/8, whereas they get 8 1/2 and score at 4 1/4. So I swap all that around. She didn't make this particular pictures. That's my design, but it's a card that she made about 5 years ago. So she has been making cards for a long time, Lisa Curio. Very good. Okay, so this one is leaving, as I said, and it's another big stamp, but not too big. So this is the card. Now I've used the stamps to cut out to here and here. And I've got the big cutout from the big stamp, alright, and then I've used them. Now, I didn't realise it was going to come through, so I've got a trick for you today to fix that from happening when you're stamping. So let us, first of all, cut out all of these. Now, didn't I have a big stamp block here? I've had a bit of trouble with my stamping art thing, so I'm just going to use my old one. I know, naughty, but that's how it is. So I'm going to have an inside piece, one for the top and one for the inside. So the inside we're just stamping. So this one we're die cutting. We'll stamp this one and we'll stamp our envelope at the same time. Alright. Oh, and I need a piece of scrap to cut out my, to die cut my leaf when we do it. So I'm just going to get the die and see how big I need to. It's that die. It's quite a big one, but I don't actually use the whole die, the whole thing. I've cut it down a bit, you'll notice. So I'm just getting the amount I need. I don't like to waste. So the new Stamper Artist is good, but I think mine might have a little buckle in it, to be honest. So I'm going to put it right smack in the middle of there and bring it down. That's it. So when you do it with this, it means if you haven't got it all stamped properly, you can go back and do it again. With big stamps it makes it easier. So I've got that, and I've just put a little bit of ink there, which actually won't matter because it will be getting cut out. And there is a little bit of ink on here. I'm just going to use, you know, Trusty's right behind me waiting. Good morning, Kerry. I hope you enjoyed that card last night. I'm not using my good Stamper Artist, as you noticed. I've stamped out 3 things on it and they're not coming out properly. So that's fine with that. So that is going to be cut out. We're going to die cut that in a minute. And we're going to just do our envelope. Oh, our envelope's just a postage stamp, so that's okay. So our inside mat, is small, so we haven't got it there. Alright, so we finished with that. How quick was that? I like this. I hope you like this stamp set. I thought because it's leaving, I'll give it a little burl, give it a kick out the door. So I have used this, so I don't need that. And I will get back to my other one when I can get my head around it, what's going on. I've got to send something into Stampin' Up to see why it's not stamping properly. Alright, so I've got one to cut out, one for inside, and one for the top, which we're going to die cut. So what I'll do is stamp the envelope. Oh, I actually have to come back. No, I can't do these till I do the die cutting. I should have thought about that more myself, shouldn't I? Kerry, did you catch up on last night's card? I was really happy with it. So we're going to use the Perennial Postage dies. They'll also go in April. So I'm going to use the 2 little ones and the big one. Let me just check, was it that one? Let me have a look. Yeah, it was that one. It's raining here, I can't believe it. So, now it's not going to lean over the edges, but I'm not worried. And I'm cutting this one out up here, and this one down here, and where's my little tape? Here it is. I'll just put a bit of that on. I can't believe it's raining. We've had nice weather, and now we're at this. And I'm going to actually overtake that because it's quite big. I'll leave that on top of my other machine, but I have to use the big one today because it won't fit in the mini. Okay. Little shake, rattle and roll. Do you see the table moving? Well, at least we're not cutting a lot of things. Well, we are going to cut the flower, so I'll put that back. Okay, and we're going to cut this out. And what I might do is just pinch one of those tapes from there. Make sure that's all lined up properly. Although I have die cut it out, I'm going to be cutting it back a bit anyway, so I'm going to be cutting a bit off it. This is a really easy, fast card. So I thought, what am I going to do with these? They're so cute. So I did. I used them. I didn't throw them out. I used them. Look, I used one on the envelope, and I used one here. Now, Kerry, see the mistake I made there? I'm fixing that. We just had the last 2 days of rain, and now we have humidity. Oh, I hate that. We don't usually have humidity in the central west New South Wales. Well, our evaporative cooling went funny the other day, right when it was really hot, and we had a lot of humidity that day as well. Alright, I'm just getting these ones unstuck. Come on, that's it. I've put a little bit too much on. Yes, I don't know, so we've got to get someone in to look at our machine, which is really quite annoying. And we'll take that one off. And yeah, it's not good. So today they're releasing a whole lot of the new stamps. I can't even remember what it's called. And it's not from the new catalogue. It's what we've been buying. I think it's all my brain goes funny sometimes. It's the exclusives. So they're all coming out at the moment, and that's why I did the cars yesterday and things like that. So they're all new ones coming out. It might even be for the January next catalogue. It's going to be weird. I hope apparently they're going to do some really good things with changing the covers and all of that. So that'll be good. Did I just put that big die in there? Oh no, is that the one? No. I did put the big die in there. Yesterday we spent about half an hour looking for through all the stamps for a saying I had, and it wasn't a really old one. It was a we used to get the like you're getting the product of the month now. We used to be able to buy extra stamps, but then when they had the book, the little booklets, you would buy so much and then you'd get a free one. So now with this, we're just leaving that. It's going to be plain Jane. So it's on a normal card base. Should I just cut up my card base? No, I should not. There it is. Well, I'm not that cray-cray. Oh. So I don't know if anyone's got their catalogues. I've still got some of these. I've still got some of these left if anyone wants them. I'll pay them postage, but I'll do the cheap ass postage so I don't have to. I've got like 6 of them, so please, I'd like to get rid of them rather than just sitting there doing nothing. Okay, so that now is scrap. Okay, so what do we got to do now? We've got this, we've got this, we've got inside, which is going to be stamped on here. So I am just doing it. The little one is here, and the big one there. Now, because when I stamped here, I stamped straight onto this card, what I'm going to do is just cut 2 pieces the same size as these, because I could have put them back under, but they look nice in. So I'm going to cut 2 pieces of scrap, the same colour, the same size. So that, and does that fit in there? No. So excuse me for a minute while I jump up and look in my box for a bigger piece. That's not it. There's one, and I'll do that one. So, and then we won't have that naughty mark on the back of the other one. Okay, that can go in the bin. So we'll stamp that again. And we'll stamp that again. Because these are so pretty, I put them on the front. I am looking forward to seeing what the new catalogues do look like. Someone said they're going to have go back to the old lists that we used to have on the front. So I'm going to be using my pens, and this is pretty fast, guys, so don't panic. So this one is the light Highland Heather. I might just turn that around because I can do it faster on the big end, and this one isn't worn out. So yeah, so we used to have in the back a whole list of right on the back page, every stamp and every die was there in front, so you didn't have to look at another page and go back, and it was so much easier as a demonstrator when people would say, oh, I want this or that, and you have to go hunting through the book every time. I tried putting tags on my books, and I just it looked ridiculous. I think I might have one here with it on. Yeah. See, I put all these tags, and then I still go looking through. Now, where is it? Sun Prince, where is it? That's there. So I can't be bothered doing that again. So I'm hoping they go back to what they say. And then they're bringing out these new ink pads. I hope they're good, because I don't want to have to replace all my other ones, because I've got refill inks. And now they're saying that the refill inks might not, if I'm correct, will be different, because the ink pad's going to be felt instead of, I don't know what they're called, ink pads, these ones, but they're, the base is soft, like foam. So that means all our ink that we've got, so you just have to use your ink pads, keep them, and use them until the colours run out. and then you can get the new ones. Alright, so how easy was that? So that's, we're going to need these, I'm going to use after. These two are going to go at the back of here. Okay. And I was going to glue them, but I've made them smaller. I'm just going to, I don't normally use sellotape on one of our projects, but this time I am. And it doesn't matter because it won't see and it won't be wrecked. I just didn't see how you can see the pink there. I was a bit annoyed when I opened the other card and found the pink. Better make sure it's the right way. Yeah, it's that way. Wouldn't that be good? You just finish it and it's not correct. Alright, so that sticks up like that. Now I'm going to have to get that. Where's my pink tool? I have two in here. And they're hiding. There it is. I'm just going to get off that bit of green in case you can see it. The wasabi tape, I call it. Excellent. Okay, so that's there. Now those two I have used, where's my card here? Let me see which one I put inside. I put the long one. So I glued that in now. Not a lot of decoration on this one, is there? But I don't know how many people will make it because it's going out and they're probably over it now. I think that's dead. Oh, the glue you go through. So, I put an inside sheet on there, I did. I don't know why. So you could put another colour inside so it's not white on white, but I can't sort of put my stamp straight on a white back and not have something in between it. It just doesn't, the card doesn't look as good, I reckon. So I see a few people having a look. Say hello. Don't let us get bored for too long. Looking over at Nettie's. Alright, so now I am going to use dimensionals, not the minis. Use the big ones and use up my old stuff. That's done. I always like to use up all this old stuff. And it actually, when you use these longer ones, they lift it nicely. Because I want that to stand out on there. But you do have to pack some in the middle because otherwise it'll sink in your card. And then you won't be happy because it doesn't sit up properly. Doesn't want to come off. Okay. Whoops, that last one wasn't off just as well. Fingertip touch. Now make sure your card's the right place. And we're just sticking that smack on the top. And see how it lifts it? Just gives it a bit of a lift. It looks plain and boring, but it's not. So on my envelope, whoop, There goes another stamp set hit the road. And on my envelope, I'm using that one. And what I did on that one is I just went round, I should probably pick it up again, and just did around these corners in my pretty pink, just because it's on the top of the other one. So I thought, sorry, I'm taking it away, so I'm just running that along the bottom. Hopefully not getting my fingers glued up. Let's give it another one and darken it up. Otherwise that one's sunk on the white. So that will go there. If you're posting, it should go through. It's a nice one to give away anyway. So, alright, now just to bore you, I'm going to leave some of the leaves because I have cut, and I'll do it now so I don't have to. So I have left that and that and that, but what I've done is I have cut out that because I didn't want it too big. I've got this leaf and I've cut round, if you have a look down onto here. Alright, so you can see bits of leaves that I've cut off. Now at the bottom I have only left from there, so I have cut, leaving the big one. Alright, so I have cut all that off. Now I'm just comparing with it so I've remembered what I've done. I know what I did do. Because I have cut this off, right, at there, I have cut this leaf completely off this last flower. So I've only got that piece, and then this one we're just going to cut off with that leaf there. Okay? I don't need all the other one, I just wanted it a bit smaller. Just to show you what you can do if you think you're you need your card doing something else. Somehow my phone went off, sorry guys. Alright, so those bits can go in the bin, and now we can just quickly colour these. So I've got light pretty pink, which I'm going to do the whole flower, and then I'm going to darken it in. It's easier for me to do that. I can get my blending and don't keep you all day. Now, did I cut down? No, I didn't. Okay, so that's just in the pretty pink and the light, and then I'm going to get the dark, and I'm just going to go up the lines a bit from the bottom and up through the lines, and I'll do that a couple of times as I'll come back to that. Alright, I just get my little thing and do that, and it just gives it the nice colour. It's a little bit to keep it a bit of dark. I think you can see it as you go along. You do need a few, because this pink's very light. Now I've even done it a bit darker. See how you can get it up? It needs just a bit more dark, doesn't it? concentration going on. Okay, some of our little flowers again, not many in here to do at least. And we're going to use our light old olive. Okay, easy when you do it like this and then come back to it later and darken the inside. Alright, I will cut that bit of white off, and for some reason I've made that a bit skinnier there, have I? Oh no, I've cut it, it's there, but I've cut some off on this side. On this one I've come up here where the flower is. Alright. Okay, so we've got this one. A bit of that. Okay. And I'm going to go in and cut a bit more of that white out. That looks better. Now, just with your dark, see how I put a thing around here to stop me lifting that lid because it's stumpy at the bottom. And just give these a little bit of a topper. And I'm just going to give that another going over in that. I just really want it, I really love it to be deeper. Deeper and deeper. Okay. That's better. I think if you keep going and keep going, you're just going to get it. Alright, so again we're going to do dimensionals on this. Looks like a lizard or something with big eyes there. Okay. I am putting an order in before the 16th to get the stuff that's going to be marked down because I don't want to lose out on that. I want to get what do I want to get? I've got some DSP, some ink colours. Apparently the ink colours are starting to get, people are starting to rush to get them because they're saying that the new ink pads are coming in. So we still have a while before they replace. Alright, so we've got that up on the end of there. I've done it over, I've tilted it a bit. Oh, the other one I did 2 flowers in there. Sorry, I only did 1. Oh well, that's because there's not a million people watching. Okay. Just want to get that under there. And over there. What do you reckon? Pretty cool. And we've got some nice little blingies here, and I use these ones. And that's it. How's that? Nice easy card for Wednesday. No rushing and pounding the nature strip, getting everything done. And now it's raining, I can't even take the dogs for a walk. Never mind. So, look, get that stamp if it suits you. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's fine. I'm not worried. I just wanted to have another little play with it because my granddaughter was here and she wanted to make a card. And I said, I'm doing this tomorrow. Why don't you do it too? Stamps. Where are the stamps? Oh, they fell on the floor. Oh, ow. Okay, so I hope you all have a great day. And I will see you next week. Thanks for coming on. And nice to see you again. Bye.